Hey, so last time we finished railways, and we have actually finished them in under 2 hours. Now, that's not good enough to, get the, achievement getting on track. Where is it? Getting on track. It's somewhere here. Yeah. Getting on track like a pro. You can't get that one. Yeah, anyhow, let's start researching some other things. Okay. Oh yeah, look at how... look at him go. Yeah. Okay, so let's actually... Ooh. So... we have a slight spanner in the works, as they say. My expansion plan ended up not being very good. Due to, me not checking the area I was planning to expand to that well. What we're gonna want to do is, after automated rail transport, I'm actually gonna not do signals immediately. Actually, let's just immediately switch to this. I'm gonna want to I'm gonna want to build a steel mill, roughly here. Now, an important fact in Factorio, the ratio between a steel mill and a non-steel mill, you know, like a steel mill and this regular stuff, is 1:1. Essentially, one of these guys makes 5 pieces of steel, sorry, makes 5 pieces of iron, by the time this guy makes 1 piece of steel. However, this guy will need 5 pieces of iron to make 1 steel, so wow. Almost like the devs intended for this to happen. Anyhow, why am I doing this? I can just... yeah, I can legit just copy this. Why am I being an idiot? Yeah, there we go, Also, I highly suggest you try to build your base to be as expandable as possible. And even though, what I like doing, even though I know it's, well, I mean, it's not bad, but it's also not something that, you know, it's a neutral thing, I guess. I just love building all my, like, smelters, close to each other, because it's just so cool to see one big array. And also, it's easier when you're unloading trains. Anywho, yeah, let's further process this. Now, the sussy-wussy among you may notice that, well, don't you need some other things to smelt steel in real life? Well, if you did that, Factorio wouldn't be very fun, would it? Imagine coming up to little Timmy and being like, hey, Timmy, guess what? Because of Reddit, everything's 20 million times harder because it's not realistic enough. Yeah, nobody wants that. And it's a thing I've only really seen people on Reddit argue over. Nobody IRL has ever argued over this, from my knowledge. Anywho, the main argument I've seen is, well, realism. And a lot of people just kinda suck at understanding how fun realism can be and how miserable it can be. A terrible example I've heard, which is so bad I think I want to share it with you now, some guy said that, he thinks that whenever in Kerbal Space Program, he loses a rocket due to a Kraken attack, to him, that's like, a structural failure happened and blah blah blah, the ship blew up. Now, I actually kind of think his idea is fine. I mean, it's his choice on how to take the game, like, screwing him over. But then he ended up being like, hey, I think they should introduce this whole, you know, parts breaking down feature into the game, and it's like, no. I'm pretty sure KSP would lose a large amount of their follower base if they just came out one day and said, yeah, right now, you know how you used to everything working perfectly? Well, now everything has a random part failure rate. Because the thing which makes games like Kerbal Space Program or Factorio fun is the lack of RNG, I guess. I mean, there is some RNG in Factorio with how biters attack, but really limiting the RNG in games is what makes mastery of them a lot more fun. It's why a lot of first-person shooters that are designed to be competitive around the core have as little RNG as possible. And why a lot of people who enjoy playing first-person shooters aren't really happy about a lot of RNG mechanics. Like, look at the TF2 community talking about random critical hits, random this, random that. They don't like it. And I completely get them. And in a game like Kerbal Space Program, where the peak of being a good player is knowing how to, you know, pack the minimum amount of required things to go somewhere, the idea of just kinda, you know, adding features that would just kind of make it so you can randomly run out of... You can just randomly have an engine die, and then you have to fail and start over. It just kind of seems awful. Because the game is jittery enough as it is. If you've ever launched a big rocket of a fairing, it is actually quite infuriating in KSP, where you just have to work around the game's flaws. If you're not sure about what I am referring to, it is, well, a pretty common issue, actually, that I find, and it's that, there's a design I've built which solves this issue. If you want, I may make a video about it, but, fairings have a problem where when they are used and there's a very big weight within them, the node isn't strong enough. And you can have two resulting disasters from this situation, both of them, you know, as the name would imply, being disastrous. One of them is, the rocket bends and crashes, and the other one is the rocket bends out of shape and falls, or you just kinda, and you know, falls out and explodes. Or alternatively, what I've seen a lot of people do, they just kinda cry, and then they make a smaller payload, or they end up not using a fairing, etc. Now, I have made a fix for this, within rocket design, by which I mean the fix itself is designed specifically around the way my rockets are built, and not, you know, any intrinsic property of the fairing. What I mean to say is it's not a mod. Okay. So let's start. Biters can get through furnaces. They can just go through them, but they get stopped quite easily. Also, I am gonna, like, repair any of these guys just so, I don't, you know, accidentally forget. The reason why I'm shooting them is just because it's a bit quicker. I would love to just... Ooh. Damn, I should really have, like, kept the grenades on me, shouldn't I? Yeah, and you can mark the trees like this and have a way easier time removing them. Okay. Move out of the way. Actually, I think that may be... Yeah, I think I may just want to cut them down, because it's roughly the same speed, actually, and it's, more time efficient. Sorry, it's more, like, yeah, resource efficient, because I actually get the resources back. Finish the gate. Let's work on the car. Now, the car is a pretty big game changer, because, it's basically the individualist mode of transport, which obviously has a lot of upsides, but also has a lot of downsides. You can't quite, use, you know, cars aren't controllable. They are the, like, amount of precision, I guess, engineering to make a self-driving car is something that, is out of our Factorio person's, line of expertise. Because our Factorio person likes trains. Because our Factorio person knows that trains are the superior mode of transportation, and that cars are pretty awful. If you wanna say that no cars are better than trains, you're wrong, and that's an indisputable fact. for, like, in the sphere of transporting... Okay. No, they are angry. Let's run. Now. Oh, no. Yeah, the forest really slows them down, which is good. Okay, so they are... Ooh. Okay, yeah, that's a dead furnace. Okay, well, they are not happy about this. Okay. But, now that we know that they're gonna be sending attacks, you can see roughly where they, like, attacked, which will be the area that we're gonna be defending. Because once they take a path, chances are they may take the path again. Because they are trying to get to a specific pollution source. So, yeah. And we have now researched automobilism, so... As soon as I finish, like, cutting down these trees and, replacing this, I'll, I guess switch back to, brain mode and not drug mode, and, okay, there we go, and each one of you guys have roughly 20-ish ammo. That should be, okay, not you. Actually, let's give you guys actually this amount of ammo. Now, yeah, let's just, like, work on... Let's automated rail transport, okay. Yeah, they were definitely headed for my actual steamers, which isn't good. Side note, I am gonna go and make a car. These cars actually have V8s in them, which is kind of a fun fact. You know about the fun bit. So it really is just a fact. Okay. Let's, get some good old coal. There we are. Now we want to just place down, like... 4 of these guys. Get this, engine is... yeah. Then, I wish there was a split stack function in this game. A lot. Because it's just so damn good. Okay, now we just... yeah, you just kind of want to add gears while holding Z and then swinging your mouse around like a complete maniac. And then you want to add the final material, also known as pipes. Pipes are important and very good. Pipes are another useful wall. They only cost one iron. But the issue is going out of your way to produce them can be a bit resource taxing, I think. While, at least in my understanding, it is actually a lot cheaper to just have like something building furnaces, which you can also build walls with. Anywho, let's just finish this up. Now I'm gonna go and, well, I'm gonna want to get a lot of ammo. I don't need any more proper gun turrets, I just need a lot of ammo. And, so let's craft a car. Obviously, you can build an entire, like, you can just build, in your hands, an entire car in 2 seconds. And if you can't, you're just not good enough. Anyways, as this pollution cloud is expanding quite far, I am gonna wanna, make sure that there are no nasty surprises. And honestly, these 2 copper mines, I would love to just replace them with some iron mines, but, oh well. Yeah. Back when I played peaceful mode like an idiot, because I didn't know how, like, I was younger, and I didn't fully understand how, like, that could actually damage my, understanding of the game. Back then, I, only started building repair kits as I unlocked cars, because I was a shit driver. I guess worse. Not shit. I'm still a shit driver. But, yeah, I only really got the repair kits after I unlocked cars, because, you know, biters didn't really cause any issues for me. And also, back then, I played, like, really inefficiently. I remember my first time playing, I just, like, had one lab, and there was no proper, like, automation. None of this. At the 1 hour point, I wasn't, or I guess at the 2 hour point now, I wasn't anywhere near where I am right now. That's not a lot of iron. Come on, out of my... Oh my god, this is a dense forest. This is actually good. Trees absorb pollution and then get damaged, which isn't good for the trees, but it's, you know, it's good for me. So, this is the gap that almost got filled in by water. Would be really cool to have a mod that lets me, like, dig out water, but I guess, yeah, I think that could be really easily exploited. Because somebody can just go here and, like, cut themselves off and just expand their island and make it basically biter-proof by design, which doesn't sound that much fun, honestly. I mean, seriously, half the fun of Factorio is just the angry little bitey things that, try to chew your face off. Oh, and I don't have enough for all of you guys. Okay. If you're wondering why I'm just putting 100 mags into each one of these guys, it is because I really do not want to be returning here often. Honestly, I want this place to have a big-ass wall that is nearly impenetrable for a while. And that is why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. So yeah, just wall here, the furnaces back here, for looks. And that is this defense kind of dealt with, for a while at least, until we run out of ammo, and, mainly, the big deal right now is that, we have vision. We can see around us. And that's the important thing, you know? We can actually see what's going on. And, okay, quickly do that, and, hold on, just let me, as a, ooh. Oh. Huh? Wait. Interesting, actually.